Hey guys, I'm Oxy and I have over 5,000 hours in Fallout 76. So in this video, I'm going to give you some beginner and pro tips and tricks. We're going to start with the beginner tips and tricks. The first one is when you're exiting Vault 76, you can choose to be a level 1 or a level 20. You should choose to be a level 20. That is going to give you the option to choose between multiple build slots, and you're going to get weapons and aid for each build. You're going to exit as a level 20. I do suggest you to pick either the melee build or the commando build. The melee build is going to be much more efficient at the beginning just because you don't need to worry about ammo, and don't worry, you can change your build and modify your build however you want after you exit the vault, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick. The next thing that you want to do after you exit Vault 76 is to deploy your camp. When you put down your camp, you can actually build your own camp, decorate it. In time, you will unlock more camp items by just playing the game and doing the scoreboard. Now, I do suggest you to put down your camp in Flatwood because it's going to be the first town that you're going to visit after you're exiting Vault 76, and put your camp somewhere here by the riverside. Why? Because you're going to need water, and also there is an NPC vendor inside the Flatwood church where you can sell your extra gear because you're going to do a couple of quests in the forest region. As you can see, the forest region is the green one and it's quite big, so there is a lot of stuff to explore here, a lot of things to do. There is even events in the forest region, so might just well have your camp close to Flatwood to have water and also to sell your extra gear. As you can see, there's a lot of new player. We have a level 4, so we did choose to exit as a level 1, and we do have also a level 20. I do suggest you to exit as a level 20, as I said before. Another good beginner tip is going to be to check the donation boxes. There is these donation boxes all over the map in interesting points. There is always one where is a vendor, such as a train station. There is always a vendor in a train station. There is one also at the Flatwood Church. So in any point of interest in the game, there is going to be one of these donation boxes that you should always check out. Sometimes you're going to find some interesting things in this box, but also have a secret. Sometimes this box does spawn you ammo. So for example, if you're approaching this box and you have a pistol in your arm, it's going to spawn you bullets inside the box. It's not going to happen every single time, but it's going to happen, and it's usually spawning you depending on what kind of weapon, but usually around 50 bullets, which can be quite useful. And of course, in the donation boxes, you can donate also whatever you want. You can just put it inside the box, and people can take it if they want it. So it's a great way to share the extra loot with new players. Another beginner tip is to follow the main quest line. When you're exiting Vault 76, is going to be a couple of NPCs over there. You should talk with them and they will give you a quest that is going to lead you to the Wayward. And at the Wayward there is two quest lines. One is the one from the Oversea and the other one is the Wayward quest line. And there is going to be actually a third one which is tied to the Wastelanders quest line. So pick those quests up and do them. You should do quests. Don't worry about gear. Don't worry about getting strong very fast. You will get over there, trust me, very fast. Another beginner tip is to pick up every single weapon and armor piece that you can find after you killed an NPC enemy. Pick up the loot from him, especially if it's a weapon or an armor piece. In Fallout 76, you can learn modification for your armor and also for your weapons by scrapping the specific armor and specific weapon. Power armor does not enter in this category. So for this example, I have a 10mm pistol and I can scrap it in this workbench. And if I choose to scrap it, it's going to give me some materials. and give me a chance to learn a modification for the 10mm pistol. Now I already know all the modifications for the 10mm pistol, but this is a good way to get every single modification for the desired weapon. It will take some time, of course. Another good way is to actually learn the plan to craft the weapon, and after you can craft the weapon and scrap it. So let's take an example here. Go to pipe weapons and I'm going to choose this pipe pistol. As you can see, I can craft it until level 50. There is level 1, 5 and so on and so forth. And you're going to need materials. You can see the materials required over there in order to craft this pistol. Now of course you want to craft a level 1 because a level 2 and 3 is going to be more expensive. As you can see, level 50 much more expensive than a level 1. So if you want to learn modifications for your weapon and armor, just craft always a level 1 and after just scrap it. Now how can you get actual plans to craft weapons and also armor? I'm going to show you right now. Right now we are in Flatwood, and as you can see, right now we are in Flatwoods, and as you can see, there is the church that I was talking about, and there is a donation box over there. And as you can see, this time did drop me ammunition for my weapon, Ultrasit Plasma Core. Why? Because I'm using a Gatling Plasma that does use that ammunition, so this time I got lucky. Now, if you are going inside, as you can see, there is an NPC vendor right here, and you can actually trade with him. When you trade with this vendor, you can sell him pretty much almost everything from weapons to aid to armor, whatever you don't need. And if we are going right here to notes, as you can see, you have a bunch of plans, and one of them is the 10mm pistol, the 44 revolver. So whatever plan you want, you're going to find it at NPC vendors. Now there is specific regions where you can find that plan at a specific vendor. So the best way for you to get access to every single plant that you can buy in Fallout 76 is to make your way from Vault 76 to the Whitespring Resort. This is the most important location to get here. Inside the Whitespring Resort, there is a place called the Whitespring Refugee. Right now we are in the Whitespring Refugee and there is a quest line here to do also, but you can go inside the Whitespring Mall, and inside the Whitespring Mall you can find every single vendor from each part of the map, and you can get access to every single plan that you can buy. Now if you want power armor modifications, you actually gonna need to save up some caps, because the only way to get modifications for your power armor is going to be by buying them for caps. So as you can see, there is a lot of vendors inside here. Let's just go inside here, and there is Cunningham here, but there is also the Brotherhood vendor. Now the Brotherhood vendor, normally it's right here on the map. It's going to be in Vatuga, in the Vatuga shopping uh, market, municipal center. No, in the Vatuga shopping, somewhere here in Vatuga, it's that vendor. But you can find him right here. And if you're going to another section here, let's say inside here, there is also Flintlock here, who is selling also black powdered weapon plans, but there is also the Raider vendor. So you can find every single vendor from each location from the map right here. So this is the most important place to get access to. Now, how can you get here as fast as you can is by fast traveling to camps. As you can see right here, there is a camp by a player, and this player is selling also stuff. You can see he's selling legendary weapons, apparel, even steam packs, whatever he want, he can sell. Now, I can fast travel to this camp by spending caps, and this will put me very close to the White Springs Center, which is right here. It's really in the center of the map. So this is another good way to get very fast to some locations by just fast traveling to player camps that are close to the specific location. Important thing is to modify your build in the future. So when you're exiting Vault 76 at level 20, when you reach level 25, you can craft a punch card machine in your camp. You can find also punch card machines in every single train station in the game. You can craft it by going to the crafting section. As you can see, you can craft one right here. And what does this machine do is you can redistribute your special points. As you can see, I have build slots. You're going to get 2 build slots anyway for free, but you can buy more of them for atoms. And as you can see, I do have my full health heavy gunner build, my crafting build, explosive heavy gunner, outworks build, the build that I made specifically for getting extra XP, and I can modify my specials right here. So let's see, I want to take out 2 points from strength and put them in perception. I can do that completely free with no problem, and you can modify your build how you want. This is why I said it doesn't really matter what kind of build slot you're choosing when you're exiting Vault 76 at level 20. You can modify it later on, but the best one to choose is really the melee or the commando one. Now let's talk about currencies in Fallout 76. There's quite a lot of them, and each of them they are quite useful. The first one is going to be the script machine. In the script machine, you can actually scrap every single legendary item that you don't want, and you can get script for each of them. So if I scrap these minigun is saying to me that I'm already at the max. You can only hold 6,000 script per character. You can get 500 script per day. And I can also script my legendary armor. Now you do need script in order to buy legendary modules. The legendary modules are right here in my stash, and you're going to need a lot of script to buy a lot of legendary modules. You need legendary modules to craft legendary items. Now you can buy the legendary modules in the ash ship from the purveyor at the Rusty Peak. You can see this sign right here, and inside there is a vendor that is selling the legendary modules. Now other than that, you're going to need also legendary cores. Now you can earn legendary cores by just doing public events. As you can see, there is a public event right now, and you can earn legendary cores. You can see potential rewards, legendary cores. They are guaranteed. They are not potential. You guaranteed getting legendary cores and also treasury notes, of course. Now let's talk about the treasury notes. It's right here, and as you can see, I still have 138 treasury notes, and you can exchange them for gold bullion. Now you do need gold bullion, of course, in order to buy weapons and armor from the Secret Service. And you can find the Secret Service at the end of the Wastelanders questline. I don't really want to show you because it would spoil the questline, but the point is to cash in every single day your treasury notes and your script. If you have any legendary weapon that you don't want or you don't consider that is good, just script it, and every single day just pick up your gold if you have the treasury notes, because trust me, you're going to need a lot of gold. You can hold 10,000 gold bullion on your character. Another currency is going to be the, where are they? The stamps. Now the stamps, I'm sorry, the stamps got introduced in Fallout 76, of course, with the Atlantic City update, and you can do expeditions to Atlantic City. And after you finish the expeditions, you can get stamps. Now you need to do a little quest line inside here, the Whitespring, in order to get access to the expeditions, it's quite a quest, a fast quest. It takes like 10 minutes maybe to do, and after you can get access to expeditions and earn stamps. Now you do need stamps in order to buy other rewards from another vendor inside the Whitespring. So about the currencies, the point is to every single day cash in your currency. Cash in your treasury note to get your gold and skip every single legendary item that you don't need. If you want to get in more grind, don't forget to do every single day an expedition in order to get stamps. You can do how many expeditions you want, and you can just farm those stamps quite fast. Another good tip is to don't worry about your food and water. As you can see right now, they are quite down, and now they are up. You don't get any negative effects if they are at zero, but you get positive effects if you fill them all up. So don't worry about it, especially if you're a new player. Another good beginner tip is to always join public events. You can fast travel to public events and join other players doing them. As you can see, there is two players right here. They are one of them it's a little bit higher level and another one it's a little bit lower level, but usually there is a lot of players around every single public event, especially if it's a popular one, such as eviction notice, which you always should join. Eviction notice, it's right here on the map, and you should not miss this event because it's spawning a lot of legendary enemies and a lot of enemies, so you can get a lot of XP and a lot of legendary items. And another good public event that you should never miss is going to be Radiation Rumble, which is right here at Emmet Mountain Disposal site. There is a lot of enemies inside, and you can pick up a lot of XP and a lot of legendary items. So never miss those two public events. Other than that, never miss the boss fights. It's always happening here at the Fisher site Prime. There is a boss fight right here, and there is another boss fight right here in Nuka World on Tour, which you should never miss. Seismic activity, it's called, and there is another boss battle right here in Mondonga at the Mononga mine. It's going to be something colossal and quite ferocious. I think this is the hardest one from all of them and the most ruthless one, because there is a chance here to not get as much rewards, sadly. But always join the public events, especially if it's a boss battle, and especially if you see a lot of players over there. If you see a lot of players at the public event, trust me, they are over there for a reason, because that's one of the very good public events for XP and also for legendary items. And my final tip for new players and even for veteran players is just to enjoy the game. Fallout 76, it's a fun game. I haven't spent over 5,000 hours in this game just because it's very bad. I spent over 5,000 hours in this game because it's fun. I can sit down after a long day at work and just enjoy it. Sometimes with my friends, sometimes alone, and sometimes, most of the times, actually, we just strangers just teaming up, and maybe they sending me a friend request and we can do a party chat. It's quite fun. This game, it's fun. The community is good, and the best thing about it, it's a very well covered game, so you can find every single information about this game that you want to know on YouTube and also on the Fallout wiki. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in the next one.